Welcome back, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. Today is Valentine's Day, so lots and lots and lots of love for all of you. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being back. So today we are going to talk about love, how to manifest love, to have it in our life, to enjoy it, and for it to stay, right? In the box below, you will find the link to the free course that Amanda created on how to identify your blocks and overcome them super fast. Also, hypnosis tracks. I have 4 tracks for you individually, or you can buy them in a bundle on how to manifest your SP, bring your SP into your life, how to get an avalanche of, communication and text. What else do we have? Oh, we have the I am concept hypnosis track. So the I am hypnosis track is sold with every single one of the bundle because there's a reason for this. When you want to recreate your life and you want to bring in a specific person, brand new or a past one, into your life to have this beautiful relationship that's healthy, that's stable, that's strong, that's sexy, that's committed and exclusive, you are working on your assumptions of the person, how they are, what they're thinking, how, about you and about the relationship, also their behavior. So all this will be in the tracks on how to bring your SP, to you. There's also how you show up in this relationship. So we are, in a sense, recreating or creating this perfect mate for you with all the qualities that you choose and that you desire, the type of relationship that you want. It's also very important to look at the assumptions you have about yourself. Because one of the mistakes I see with a lot of my clients is that they do have beautiful affirmations for the relationship and for the SP, okay? So my SP loves me, my SP is always putting me first. I am my SP number one priority. My SP is always super attentive to my needs, to my want, to my desires. They always want to know how I feel. They really, they're very interested in everything I have to say. They're fascinated with me. They want to create a life with me. We are on the same page, blah, 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 all that. The quality of the relationship. You describe it the way you want it to be. And then you have maybe this inner conversation about yourself that is, you do it unconsciously, but I see it in so many clients, and I've done this, of course, I've done it too, where, we criticize ourselves. We are feeling that maybe we're not good enough. We compare ourselves to others. We feel like we don't look good enough. We are too small, too big, too tall, too short, And I think also with this new era of social media, people tend to really compare themselves to other people, and to feel, as a result, not good enough. Oh my God, look at this guy. He's got a perfect six-pack. Look at this girl. She always has perfect hair, perfect makeup, and her body is so, toned and beautiful, and I'm not like that. And we compare ourselves and we criticize ourselves. So when we have this inner conversation about ourselves this way, what we feel about ourselves is being projected. And this is how other people are going to see you too. So now you're not magnetic anymore. You are being this person that, well, why would they choose you? You're not good enough. That's not their view on you. That's your assumptions of yourself that's being projected and mirrored. So it's important to have a very good self-concept, not only about your physical features, but about everything, about your charisma, how you carry yourself, how you handle things in life. So the hypnosis, the I am concept hypnosis, targets this, where it's really a time when, I'll go over briefly how my hypnosis works. They are a recorded track. So it's not like a regular hypnosis session. These are just to put you in a state of very deep relaxation. And once you are there, and the induction is the process of putting you in that very, relaxed state, is quite long. There's a reason for it. So of course you are not going to listen to it when you're on your walk or if you're working out or if you're driving. Please, no, always be in a safe place, because those inductions put you in such a state of relaxation that a lot of times you may fall asleep. So do it at home, on your bed, on the couch, where it's safe for you to fall asleep, not in the bathtub where you can drown, right? And so there's this long process of putting you in this very relaxed state. The reason why this is done is to kind of get rid of your own self. So you get out of the way, your ego gets out of the way. And now we have a direct access to the subconscious mind to imprint new beliefs, to imprint new affirmations, declarations, statements that will become, over time with repetition, new beliefs. The super deep state of relaxation is a natural state. It's nothing to be fearful about. It's being hypnotized. It's not anything where you're losing control, like you would see those shows on stage where people are starting to do very silly things and embarrassing themselves. This is not what we're doing here. This is just you being in this complete state of, like, you're in a trance. You're in a trance because you're so relaxed. And you naturally go through that state every single day, especially when you fall asleep. Right before you fall asleep, you go from being fully awake to that state that we reach with hypnosis to being completely out and being asleep. So when we are done with the induction, then I start making the statements, the affirmations, and you can repeat them out loud or in your mind, or just listen but focus on them, because you are going to be awake. You're not fully asleep. So you can repeat them in your mind, and that's being imprinted. So in that state, when you're out of the way, the blocks are out of the way, the resistance is out of the way. So it's a very nice direct way to reach your subconscious mind and imprint those statements. And like with anything else, any mental diet, it's the repetition, because now those new statements, they need to become your dominant story, right? So the way it works, we are going to just repeat the theory that you probably all know. Your life, everything you're experiencing in the 3D, is a projection from your conscious mind. So you run stories in your mind non-stop all day long. And the dominant one, the dominant story with the dominant feeling attached to it, is the one that's being pushed out. A lot of those dominant beliefs, you're not even aware they're a belief. You think that's just the way it is. They are either unconscious beliefs, or you just don't know any other way. So everything is changeable. If you notice something in your 3D reality that you do not like and you want to modify, you observe it, you say, oh, okay, yeah, no, this is happening, I don't like it. I want my relationship now, let's say, I want my specific person to treat me differently. I want my specific person to actually call me throughout the day, initiate the phone calls. I want my specific person to apologize when they notice that I was hurt by their behavior or by something they say. I want my specific person to show up for me in a way where I feel that I am the priority, where I feel that I am the chosen one for them, the one and only, and the love of their life. So maybe you're very capable of manifesting a relationship, but it's not the type of relationship that you actually like. But then you forget that you want a certain type of relationship, like a higher quality relationship. So you go with the flow. And going with the flow is also, accepting the 3D reality, which is when you accept the 3D reality, it's reaffirming the 3D reality. At every moment you reaffirm, because you see it and you decide that what you see is what you're going to accept. So you pay attention and you always remind yourself, I need to raise my standards. I need to raise my standards because I need to be 100%, 1,000,000% satisfied. You can be 1,000,000% satisfied. Why? Because in this reality, there's only you who can think. You're the creator, right? When we say you are the God of your own reality, it means that in your quantum bubble, you and only you gets to think. You and only you gets to decide what's gonna happen. So you have already created everything around you. Remember that. Everything in your reality is your creation. So you pay attention, and that's how you can decide, do I like it, do I not like it? Do I change it, do I not change it? Oh, I didn't like it. Well, geez, I had an assumption over this that was not good enough. So then you rewrite the story. And what we call the mental diet is really to, keep your thoughts clean and clear and beautiful and on the target. So you rewrite the story, and then you focus on, what does it mean when we say we focus on it? It means that your thoughts, the airtime you give, because you're thinking regardless, right? You're running stories in your mind regardless. So that airtime, you give it to the new story that you created, that you improved, if you already have, the relationship you want to improve, and you just stay on it. So the hypnosis tracks help. It's a tool. It's a tool to help you focus and being in that super deep state of relaxation, and then we get the resistance out of the way. Some people do not want to go through the induction. They want to be on the go, boom, boom, boom. I want to go walk. I want to go work out. I'm driving. I spend a lot of time throughout the day in either public transportation or driving on the roads, and I want a support to keep me on track with my thinking, because I don't want to be distracted and start thinking something that will create an unwanted situation. So now comes in the affirmation tracks. I have a whole bunch of them, different topics. You know what? I read them to you. Hold on. Okay, so I have 19 affirmation tracks. They go on a loop. Just affirmations, affirmation. So each one of the 19 titles stay on one topic. They have 100 to 200 affirmations each on one subject. So that gives you a whole different, like a whole array of ways of thinking about the one topic. And I say the affirmations, then there's a blank space. You can repeat after me, and it's just a support. Again, these are tools, all right? I give you the titles. I have, number 1, get rid of third party. 2, manifest an apology. 3, my specific person loves me. Texting with my specific person, dating my specific person. We are in a committed exclusive relationship. Proposal for my specific person. Marriage, pregnancy, success, health, body image. The winter is, still winter time, but we are, it depends where you are. If you're in Australia, it's the other way around. So you're already in your season of wearing less clothes because it's hot. So anyways, for us up in the northern hemisphere, we're still in the winter. It's going to be summer soon. Soon, in a few months. We want to be ready. So we want to keep our thoughts on a beautiful body image. And I'm just saying this because I've had I think 6 clients lately who've been asking me about this. So they want to look much better for the summer. You can do it with a mental diet easily, because you know that's one thing, to go on a strict diet or exercise like crazy and then all day long thinking that you're not at your ideal weight and you don't look right, and then you sabotage yourself. So that mental diet for that body image also needs to stay on track if you decide to also do the dieting and the exercising, which you don't have to. What else do we have? We have I'm a catch. All of you, you're a catch. You're amazing. You're beautiful. Happiness, feel free. My SP moves mountains for me. From ghosting to being my SP's number 1 priority. Money. We all want to manifest more money. For what? Not to have mountains of money, you know, stacked in the living room, but to have the freedom to do whatever we want, whenever we want, because money is not an object. Do we say that? Money is not an object. Money is not an obstacle, not a problem. You have enough, always, more than enough to do all the things that you want to do. There's a concert on the other side of the planet that you want to attend in 6 months. Yeah, of course you can. You manifest that money now. You manifest the plane tickets and the hotel and your friends to go along or your SP to go along. You can all do that. So I have the money affirmation track. I have the best year yet, which you can listen to every single year. And then we have different type of tool for you. I have a track which is a thoughts transmission. Works just like the affirmation, except that this time we implement the thoughts in the in your specific person's mind. How does this work? Your specific person, just like anybody and everybody in your reality, they are just a projection from your mind. Think of them like a hologram, right? Sorry. So they are empty. They're not thinking. They're not doing anything until you focus on them and you assume them to think of a certain way or behave a certain way and do certain things. So again, now it's Valentine's. What do you want? You want your specific person to be in your life. You want your specific person to maybe spend Valentine's with you and shower you with gifts and her presence, going out, doing something romantic, or stay at home. Who knows, whatever it is that you want. And you do not want to manipulate the 3D, but you can, right here and right now, imagine, bring in your mind a specific person, and you go ahead and tell them what you think. SP, right now, you cannot stop thinking about me. SP, right now, you are obsessed with me. SP, right now, you realize how much you love me, that you've never loved anyone like you love me, that I am the one for you. I'm your soulmate. And SP, you want nothing more right now because it's Valentine's Day, to spend Valentine's Day with me, and you want nothing more than make me happy and for us to have so much fun together today and laugh and enjoy a romantic, sexy time. You are crazy about me, SP. You are. Yes, you are. I'm the one and only for you. You know it. You know it, and you are taking action right now. You are taking action right now towards me. And I feel so happy and I feel so emotionally fulfilled about it. Okay, now this little rampage, it's actually thoughts transmission. We are telling SP what to think, instead of being right here at home and saying, oh my God, I just hope SP is going to take me out today, or I just hope SP is going to send me a text message. I just hope SP remembers me. Don't hope anything. I kind of wish the verb hope disappeared from the vocabulary. I know a lot of people love that word. They even name their children Hope. So I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude to anyone, but to me, hope is giving away your power. You don't need to hope. You have to know and declare, because there's no one else but you. You know, in your quantum bubble, you are the creator. You get to decide, and everything that's around you, it's the projection from your mind. So it's your creation. You're not doing any manipulation. You're not playing with someone else's free will. No, you're not, because in your reality, no one has free will. No one is thinking. You are thinking for them. And maybe you can say now, well, you know what, I'm not thinking anything. I never told my SP or this person to think that way. Well, no. Consciously, maybe you didn't, but you have assumptions of them. You have a story running somewhere. So they're acting out those assumptions. Okay, so last one. Oh, the last track that just came out for sale 2 days ago, I think. It's a rampage, and the title is "My Person Love Bombs Me." Okay, and I did mention that last week in my video. The term can have a little bit of a negative connotation, but just the same way when you say my SP is obsessed with me, that can be negative too in certain circumstances, right? Because what if you have enough with this person and they're obsessed with you, and now that they're stalking you? No, that's not what we're talking about. Yeah, this can happen, but that's not what we're talking about here. When we say in this track, for instance, that rampage, my person love bombs me, that means that your person is madly crazy, insanely in love with you, and only you. They're obsessed with you because they love you so much. They want to be with you. They want to shower you with love. They crave your presence. They want to share everything with you, as much time as possible. So that rampage, that's what it's about, right? It's about creating a healthy relationship, a healthy, stable, solid, strong, beautiful love connection, relationship that lasts. So this is what this rampage is about. It's pure and it's beautiful. Pure love. Okay. So now I've talked about all my titles, but at the same time, as I talk about them, I explain the concepts of law of assumption and what's going on here. So it's not just an introduction. I wanted to talk about manifesting love, and it's Valentine's Day, so not that today is different from any other day, because you can manifest love every single day. Of course you know that, but today it's a little celebration, so let's talk about it. I have a client, a nice guy, super nice guy, and someone rang the doorbell. No, okay. And he had an SP, a lovely, beautiful, wonderful girl, because that's what he told me. Of course, she's amazing because he's in love with her. So he would not be in love with someone who's not amazing, right? So they had a relationship, and the girl ended things between them. And it's kind of like the story I was telling you last week. It took him by surprise. Yeah, he did not see that coming. He thought they were going strong. She completely turned on him, and it left him puzzled. Not really, in this, swimming in pure incomprehension, not understanding what happened. Just did not understand what happened. And then as he was trying to talk to her to make sense on this breakup, and why is it even a breakup, and maybe all they needed was a temporary break until she could maybe figure things out, or even say, we don't have to break up if you need some space to think, to reassess. I mean, he was very understanding, and he was trying to find a solution by verbally talking to her and communicating with her. She did not want to hear anything. And it got to the point where, in order to push him away, she became mean, insulting his physical appearance, just saying nasty things. Like, she was not interested in anything he had to say. She was ignoring his texts. She was not even opening up the messages or reading them, and kind of ghosting him, but not really, because they would have some little brief interactions or brief communication. So anyways, so she ended up being extremely mean to the point where, okay, he walked away, but he felt horrible, because no one wants to be insulted, first of all, especially not by the person you love, right? And then also what happens is that he felt completely betrayed, like she stabbed him in the back. So now there was a range of feelings. Anger, mostly anger and sadness. And we were talking, and he said to me, you know what? I know she's my person. I know I do love her. I know she's my person. And I have no doubt that we are going to be together. We are going to end up together. But what she said was so nasty. I just can't even, I don't even want to manifest her back right now. And I said, that's fine. Don't manifest her back right now. Don't do anything right now. Don't go against your own energy. You have those feelings, you let them through, and that's fine. Then you take some time for yourself, you regroup, and you focus back on yourself. Because everything that's happened, she was very mean and very nasty, but remember, everybody's you pushed out. So she's not someone out there who just was mean. He was holding those assumptions that she was feeling that way towards him, or he was feeling that way towards him, or he had poor standards in the relationship. I'm not exactly sure if all those categories applied to him, but for the relationship for sure, because we discussed it. So he did not have the highest expectation for the relationship. He was kind of settling for what they already had, but it was not really completely satisfying once, I made him really look at it and spit it out. So, okay, let's talk about this. Was that relationship the way you wanted it to be? Beyond the fact that you're deeply, madly, crazy in love with her and you want to be with her, the quality of the relationship was not there. And so the self-concept, he had, yes, he did admit that he was afraid that she would see him not as being not good enough. But I guess maybe there were thoughts that were even stronger for him to really fully manifest her saying all those horrible things to him. So the time of grieving passed. Then he really worked on himself and what he wanted to do, and started manifesting great things in his life super fast. Within a couple of weeks, things started falling into place in his own world, meaning with family, friends, financially, work. So all those things started to fall into place. And he said to me, okay, so now I'm ready to bring her back. Let's work on her now, because now I feel confident. I've got everything else basically under control. Very good. So let's, so we came up with beautiful affirmations that she did regret what happened, but actually what happened, because what happened really traumatized him, right? So he made a mountain of it, of course, for good reason. It was like a bomb she dropped on him. So it was like the major disaster of that chapter of his life. Horrible. So we kind of minimized what happened. It was not that big of a deal. It was not that bad after all. She didn't mean any of this. She deeply regrets hurting him, and actually almost like none of this happened. Okay, you can go with the story that none of this happened, because now you're shifting to a different reality where it never happened. And that is true too, since infinite possibilities exist simultaneously, right? But he did not want to do this because he said, no, it's too big. I can't erase that. So let's minimize it. So that's how we did it. And then he was like, okay, so he had a bunch of great affirmations, that they were on the same page. They were madly in love. They were moving in together. She was crazy, madly, insanely in love with him, and only him. She only had eyes for him. She thought he was, the most amazing human on earth, the perfect mate for her, and on and on. And he worked on that for several weeks, couple months. Nothing happened. And he got very discouraged, and he's like, you know what, Caroline, it's not happening, nothing is moving. So first of all, if you keep on looking at 3D reality and say nothing is happening, then you're affirming nothing is happening. So even if in this back scene, in the backstage, everything was being put in place for the girl to come back to his life, he was shifting to a reality where absolutely not, she was not making a move, because he kept on declaring full force, nothing is happening, nothing is moving. Sorry, I don't know why I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It's really hot in Florida today. Anyways, so I was like, okay, well, let's be honest here, because obviously if there's no movement, what are you thinking about? He goes, no, I promise you, I do script, I do my affirmations, and yeah, I believe you. There's no reason not to believe me, I believe you. But you're thinking something else. There is a dominant story here. What is going on? I said, do you rehearse in your mind what happened? He goes, no, I don't rehearse in my mind what happened, what she told me. But I take, I look back on our relationship, and I took every item that I disliked, and in my mind, I'm repeating to her, I'm sharing with her, I'm communicating to her all those things that I didn't like that she did. So I said, okay, so you're blaming her, you're criticizing her, you're accusing her, right? How is this loving? Are you like on a love vibration frequency right now? No, he was more on a, I blame you, you were not good enough, what you gave me was really shitty, was poor, was not great, that didn't make me happy, that made me feel bad, that was really terrible, how could you do this? And on and on and on. I said, well, there you go. He said, well, but when he sees her, do you have a conversation with her? You want to have a conversation and go back to everything that went wrong. Okay, I'm not going to tell you can't do that, but realize that when you do this, you're creating a story where nothing is going right. You're creating a story where you're keeping the problems alive. And pretty much that's when I'm telling you guys, drop it. Let it go. Let that story go. That story exists in this reality, and it's not fun. Why don't we shift over here, focus on this, where, yeah, maybe it's a little more superficial. It is. At this point, it's superficial because we don't want to dig into the problems. But in that reality, we are surfing the love vibe. You see what I mean? And we're just going with that frequency. It's pure love. So now I am making him repeat affirmations, and really, I'm hard on him. Say, I don't want you to have those inner conversations with her where you want to justify or go back and really in detail and, unravel the problems that you had in the past. No, see her as this beautiful, loving human being who radiates love and only has love for you. So that would be my message for you guys on this beautiful Valentine's Day. You think of your specific person, and you can visualize their heart, and this beautiful, powerful red energy light beaming out of them towards you, towards the, you know, the whole universe, and see them as pure love, and feel that. Because if they're your specific person, you have love for them. So focus on that love and love only. You have all this love for them. They have all this love for you. They are pure love. They're such loving, wonderful, amazing person. Focus your thoughts and attention on their qualities. Please, instead of going back and go, you know, itemize everything they've done wrong to you and hurt you. We're letting go of that. We're shifting our focus. My specific person is the most loving person on earth. My specific person has such a beautiful, great, beautiful red heart, shining heart. The love in their heart is beaming out of them throughout the universe. And they have this bond towards me. There's this bond for me. We are in love. We are just pure love together. Love, love, love. Showering yourself with love. All right, guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing, wonderful celebration day. If you do not celebrate with your specific person today, focus on that love. Continue imagining that you have the love, that you are together. You may not be together today, but you can still create right now, right here and right now, for later on, okay? So everything is perfect. Everything is happening in pure and perfect harmony. There's love in your life, and you are sharing this magnificent, incredible love with your SP right now. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you next week.